y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to Healthcare Boulevard. I am your host and creator here, Sena Kakomo. I am glad to be back with you again. I realize even though I didn't make and still yet because so much happening a weekly commitment, I've essentially been posting something every week since I started this. And last week being at work, I was like, man, I really haven't done anything about Healthcare Boulevard this week, and that was it's essentially being part of my weekly regimen up until last week. But I am back on the mic. I miss y'all a little when I was gone. I hope y'all miss me a little when I was gone. I hope everybody's doing well, especially considering all the chaos that's happening. I just want to take this moment and acknowledge that and send you all the positive vibes and prayers if you need it. But a couple things happening. I am going to be I have an interview coming up for you tomorrow. Well, the interview is coming up tomorrow. I might not be able to post it till Friday, but I'll try to post it tomorrow, and that will likely be our last PA interview, although I might make it like a couple steps back as we go on, depending on how things go, because I realize, and please bear with me, because I'm very new at podcasting, and I'm just learning as I go, and sometimes things come to me and I'm like, oh, I should implement that, or my listeners will benefit from that, and I try to work with it, or I try to follow through with those ideas. And so one such idea is, I noticed after talking to a couple folks who reached out to me on LinkedIn, just looking at my profile and seeing that I'm a PA, and just sort of kind of get a glimpse of my journey, my professional journey on LinkedIn, and wanted to talk to me. I realized the importance of somebody who's aspiring to be in a profession, to sort of see somebody's journey before they actually become a full-on blonde, that title. So I say all that to say that I want to try to bring more PA students up, or even perhaps as like pre-PA students on the mic, as a guest, just so y'all can sort of see those earlier steps and earlier milestones as they happen, or as they're in the midst of it. So though we are leaving the PA avenue tomorrow with the last interview tomorrow, I may just do a quick walk back there, be like, wave at the PA Avenue folks and be like, yo, let's do a quick interview with PA students. So if once I started pursuing that and reaching out to people, we'll see how that goes. But that is something I realized could have been useful, and that I lacked in my portraying or shining light on the PA profession. So I'll try to bring that forward in the following professions, and perhaps make a step back for that. And so that's something to look forward to. Now, our next stop is at the Pharmacy Street. So on the Pharmacy Street, I'm studying that chapter again as with an interview. So essentially we are closing the PA book a little bit, or leaving that avenue, but potentially coming back, and we'll see. And definitely after that interview tomorrow, I have another interview for you to open up or start our walk through the Pharmacy Street. So with that interview, this is actually I just mentioned about my realization of not having students or people who are on the way to accomplishing that profession. So I'm starting this interview with a pharmacy student, which I'm very excited about. I'm not sure how long more she has left. She's actually somebody that I know, and an older friend, an old friend of mine, I should say. We've been friends for quite a while, and so I'm excited to have her on, and most time I learn as much, maybe not as much, but I always learn new things about the profession and the person I'm interviewing as I interview them. And so I'm excited about that. What else? So those are things to look forward to. I did decide to implement like some music in my podcast because I, like nearly everybody else, I haven't met anybody who doesn't like music, enjoy music. And I think music tends to bring a little bit of life into nearly everything. And so let's check it out. This is one sound that I'm thinking of implementing. And yeah, before I get into that, that's what I wanted to tell you about the pharmacy students. The pharmacy interview. If you or somebody you know will benefit from listening to that interview, or hearing more about the pharmacy as a profession, please drop any questions you may have in the comments wherever you're listening to this, whether it's on YouTube or on a podcast avenue, or email me directly, or find me on social media, on LinkedIn, or what have you, and let me know if you have any questions that you want me to ask in my interview with the pharmacy students. Specifically, I have my set of questions, as I often do for any guest I have on here, but I want to start getting yours idea or yours questions when I have guests on here. So this is my first time essentially doing a preview of who we are having on, and letting you know to voice your questions as you see fit. So again, not every question might not be answered, just because if it's an appropriate question, I'm not gonna ask my guest an inappropriate question. But all appropriate questions will be answered if she so chooses. So let's do it like that. So there's some music that this is my top one now. Is I might switch it on you here and there, like but no, I'm going to end this here. This is a short one, just giving you an update of what's happening, and then what to expect in the next few days. Again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the follows, the subscribers, the likes, the comment, and definitely the shares. If you haven't already, please share, comment, like, subscribe, and feel free to reach out for any reason as it relates to this podcast, or any other profession or healthcare or what have you. Without further ado, this is going to be the end of that. I'm going to end this here, and I'm excited to be back after all of 1 week of not being on the mic. But no, thank you again. Have a beautiful evening or morning or night whenever you're listening to this. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye, y'all.